Hello everyone, I'm GLLIYL and I would love to share with you the explanation behind the dance therapy. In order to explain what is dance and why it's important for us people in this time century to practice dancing as a spiritual, physical, emotional and mental healing, I invite you to look at the way how our ancestors lived many centuries ago. Our ancestors who were connected to earth and to physical movement throughout the day from sunrise to sunset. And people who were living more in the body than the mind, being able to feel all the colors of life, challenges and gifts of life on a physical, cellular level. So what the tribe was doing, every night the tribe would gather around the fire to remember the setting of the day and whatever they experienced throughout the day. There are three very important base languages that tribe was passing from generation to generation: is storytelling, is singing together, and dancing. These three languages are the pearls or the treasure that benefited our history and eventually made us who we are today. And dancing among of this was a way, I don't know if it was conscious or unconscious, but it was a choice to celebrate birth, to release grief if somebody died, to celebrate victory of the war, or to help those spirits that passed away to find their way to heaven. So dancing was always there as the way to connect the mind with the body, the psychic with the physical, the emotions and thoughts. Everything was moving. So through this tapping feet and jumping around the fire and moving and expressing different kind of emotions helped them to shake these unnecessary expressions and reflections and perceptions of each other, their relationship, through the body. So of course they had challenges, and they had more challenges than us. I mean, they had real challenges like death, floods, nature disasters, predators, enemies. What we are facing today is more mental. It's all in our imagination. This thread that they were living every day was real. And the medicine that they used to heal this was very real, is the dance. When I'm talking about dance, I don't mean a choreographic learned steps with the music. So these beautiful schools like bachata, salsa, waltz, they are all were building up throughout the history as well. And every generation had actually their own fashion for a dance. What I mean by therapy dance is a place where you follow your body without deciding how do I need to dance. The best way to describe a free spirit, wild therapy dance is to look at our children. At age from 3 to 6, If a child hears the music, there is no judgment of, oh, I'm in the daytime, I'm sober, or everybody's looking at me, how are they going to perceive, do I look cool, am I dressed, do I have sexy butt or a nice dress? So the baby is just allowing himself to celebrate this rhythm. The rhythm is taken over through the body. There is no mind. Maybe baby is standing there and thinking about a toy, but the music is taken over and just moves, and baby just starts celebrating. And what do we feel and think when we see babies dancing? In a funny way, in a free way, we start automatically smile and we feel happy. We feel happy. So as we grow, we lose this wilderness and this freedom to allow ourselves to move how we want, but not how we expect ourselves to move. When you're having a challenging time, a challenging day, when you are in the stress, when you are hyper joyful, on the scale of emotions, there is a 0, which is neutral. When we're going towards exaggeration of our positive emotions or exaggeration of our negative emotions, they both hit our nervous system in not a very pleasant way. So we go to hyper freeze, hyper react, hyper fight, flight, or hyper happy, which is not real. It's not the real face of happiness. The real face of happiness is neutral, when you just feel in peace, when you don't act on your high emotions. And sometimes people, when they act on high emotions, unconsciously, they feel as if you're on a Red Bull, you know, like buzzing, or on a coffee. So this makes our adrenal glands deplete our reserved prenatal energy. It's also called chi or prana. So when body is going through this and not experiencing a physical purge through movements, workouts, or dancing, it all gets stuck in the cells. So the stress is physical. And there is positive stress and there is negative stress. So I'm talking only about negative stress that depletes our energy. So this stress doesn't go anywhere else. Tomorrow we will wake up, we will forget, the day takes it over, life brings new experience. We tend to forget, but the body doesn't forget. The body just conceives and stores. It's a storehouse. So next time when there is a trigger, your body will recognize the reflection and take it out. Take it out for you to see. And that can be very painful and not pleasant experience. So I invite you to experience a new way of dancing. Imagine that you don't need any drug substances. You don't need alcohol. You don't need to be in the darkness. You can be in front of total strangers, or you can be alone. You play the music. And despite your personal preferences of music, you find a way of how to move to every rhythm and style. Because it's not about liking. It's not about, oh, I don't know how to dance rap. I don't know how to dance salsa. It doesn't matter. The knowing of how to dance is coming from expectations of society and our mental expectations. But the real ability to move with the flow of the musical melody sits in the heart, in the feet, in the pelvis. I can tell you that most of the time when people first try this, so in a yoga studio, I play 1 hour or 2 hours of music set, that flows together in a very nice way. People freeze in the beginning and they don't know how to move because it's all in the head. It feels weird. It feels even scary. By the time as they practice in the same class, by the middle of the class, they start relaxing. When can you dance? When you are totally aligned with yourself. You are calm, relaxed, and you don't care whoever thinks what. So I'm inviting you to try this way with the music that you chose. Bless me. So, yeah, where I was. So I'm inviting you to try this new realm of dancing. And believe me, you don't need anything. Your body has, I think it's the flowers, makes me sneeze. You don't need anything to celebrate the movement in your body. You don't need drugs, you don't need alcohol, because all of these chemicals are inside of your body already. What they need is an environment in which they can start activate. People respond to therapy dance in a very positive way. It moves them throughout the week in a very calm and positive, and it becomes, just the colors of life become brighter. They fall in love with themselves. They find that this is a very intimate and mystical language that you speak to yourself. Despite if you are dancing with 20 people in the room, each one is going through his own agenda, own relationship with the body. Challenges still exist, but you find a way how to flow through it. So in the music, sometimes I'm playing melody that triggers your fear, or triggers your joy, or triggers your courage, and you moving it through the body, because body found a very nice reflection note, like pull the string of this emotion, and now you're dancing through it. In the world there are different types of therapy dancing. There is very well-known ecstatic dance that is very popular in Goa, in Ibiza, like full moon parties. Though I don't prefer personally full moon parties because they are becoming out of control and people are going crazy a little bit and having some substances. For me, dance is a practice and I don't want anything to distract me from what I need to see inside. There is also 5 rhythm dance therapy created by Gabriel Roth. So if you find in your sitting anywhere 5 rhythm circles or ecstatic dance, I encourage you and I dare you to go and try, and you will see how everything that you created in your mind, all this drama, is so dead. It's not relevant at all to your real life experience. It's like a shield behind which life stands and life is happening. And also I invite you to dance with me. So I'm creating dance therapy sessions for mainly women. I guide them in the classes, but those women who are very far away and they dance with me sometimes, they are still remembering and they're craving for this experience again, I'm creating online set music. Sometimes guided, sometimes there is no voice at all and you're just going through your own journey. So if you are interested in that, subscribe to my email that is written below, and I will be sharing this for free. It's a gift because it's my inspiration. I cannot stand aside without sharing it with you because it's so beautiful, it's so powerful. And please send me your questions and comment if you have any recommendations as well, whatever you can share. Everything is a contribution to this collective healing of our earth and humanity. Thank you. Namaste.